What is up, viewer out there watching this video? Like Rocks back here, bringing you this time another reiteration of a previous Vancouver Canucks team. This time in this NHL 18 franchise via GM mode simulation, we got ourselves the 2002-2003 Vancouver Canucks team. This is a team that a lot of younger generation of Canucks fans won't really necessarily look back upon as being one of the big dogs in Vancouver hockey history, because they didn't really go far in the playoffs. They got eliminated in the second round. It was a 3-1 reverse sort of sweep against them, and they lost. So this Vancouver Canucks team doesn't necessarily have the historical significance that, let's say, a 94 or a 2011 team may have. But nevertheless, this team in itself was one of the best Canucks teams ever iced, and just looking at these names, it's not hard to see why. The top line that we have here, the West Coast Express, this was an absolutely legendary line of this era. Markus Naslund, he didn't get the Art Ross, he barely got edged out by his buddy Peter Forsberg on the Colorado Avalanche, but he still finished this year with 104 points, 48 goals, 56 assists. I have him as a 93 overall sniper on the left wing. In the middle, I have Brendan Morrison. He also played a full 82 games in this season, as well as Naslund and Bertuzzi. Brendan Morrison got himself 71 points and 25 goals. Really good for him. He was a two-way guy. And Todd Bertuzzi on the right side, I have him as a 93 overall as well. He got 97 points, 46 goals as a really strong power forward. He also got 144 penalty minutes too, which, you know, that's kind of expected of Bertuzzi. But I have these guys at the overalls that they are because if you take a look at some of the old rosters of old video games, NHL 03 has Naslund and Bertuzzi at 97 for some reason. NHL 04 has Bertuzzi at like a 94 and Naslund as a 93. So just to make things a little bit even in comparison with the NHL games and how I feel the things scale up nowadays, I have them as 93, 93, and 88. Especially with the goaltenders, this was kind of an issue, because Dan Cloutier in NHL 03 was a 90 overall, which, if you're a Canucks fan and you know your Canucks history, you just cringed when I said that Dan Cloutier was a 90. I have him here as an 86, that is arguably still a bit too high, but nevertheless, Dan Cloutier, he was a goaltender that the Canucks had, and a lot of people did like him at the time, because he was a fan favorite. Not necessarily because of how good he was, but because, well, he was the goalie, and he was the fan favorite because he was the goalie, not necessarily because of his play. Going over to the second line, things are actually kind of weird because this middle six right here is really interchangeable. The second line I have right here is a 21-year-old Daniel Sedin paired up with a 21-year-old Henrik Sedin with a 31-year-old Trent Klatt. The Sedin twins in this season, Henrik got himself 39 points, Daniel got himself just a little bit less than that, he got 31 points. Trent Klatt was the winger on that line, he got himself 29 points, 16 total goals, and Trent Klatt, he's one of the players who's credited with helping the Sedins develop because he spent his entire time on their right wing, helping them grow and mature into the NHL kind of game and whatever. Going down to our third line, we got ourselves Yarko Rutu, who actually didn't necessarily play with Cook and Linden that much. He did in the playoffs, but in the regular season, things were kind of jumbled, but I have things sort of related into the playoffs, so that's why Rutu is here, May is here, Letowski is here as well. Letowski actually played 78 games in the regular season with the Canucks, so he actually kind of deserves a spot. But Rutu is over here with Cook and Linden. I have Matt Cook as an 85 overall because he got himself 42 points in this year. Trevor Linden, as a two-way guy, a right winger in this year, had himself 41 points in 71 games. He was still as good as ever, so I have these guys at 85 and 86. What can I say? I love my Canucks. Matt Cook especially, even though, you know, he's Matt Cook. Yarko Rutu, he's an enforcer. He racked himself so many penalty minutes in the playoffs. May as well. Chubarov is down here on the fourth line alongside of Letowski, but for the sake of the simulation, let's move things over like this. Have Cook and Linden up here on the second line. Rutu, you can go down there. Letowski, I can have that right-hand shot on the left side. Sedin, Klatt as a sheltered third line sounds good to me. Going over to defense, we got ourselves Ed Jovanovski and Brent Sopel. This was a deadly pairing. Jovanovski, the first overall pick. NHL 03 had Jovanovski at like 94 overall. That's crazy, but at the same time, Jovanovski was pretty darn good, so I have him here as a 90, an offensive defenseman. Brent Sopel is over here, he played alongside of Jovanovski. This entire defensive core, honestly, aside from Barron, these guys all played interchangeably, and they all switch themselves up amongst the lines, so this is what I have things at right now. For the sake of the simulation, I'm going to move Sopel over here, Salo's going to go here, Ohlund's going to be the guy on this side. Actually, no, I'll switch that up because Ed Jovanovski with that left-handed shot, I want him there. Ohlund, you can stand on the left side, Salo, right-handed shot, I like that. Sopel over here, and Malik, and Barron. Okay, this is good. Salo, he's 28 years old, so he's pretty young, in comparison to the 2011 Stanley Cup Finals Sammy Salo that we had. Brent Sopel, he was a pretty good defenseman for the Canucks too in this era. I have him here as an 87 overall. He got himself 37 points in 81 games. So, you know, he's a pretty darn good offensively minded defenseman. 87 might be a little bit too high, but at the same time, you know, he got 37 points, so that's pretty good. Jovanovski, 46 points in the season, pretty good for him. Ohlund, he had 29 points, but that's because he only played 59 games, and Ohlund had really good seasons around this time frame, so I have him here as an 89. Of course, arguably one of the best Canucks defensemen of all time. I had to give him a good rating. Going over to Malik, yep, he's down here on the 6th pairing, and for the goaltenders, we have ourselves Cloutier and Alex Auld. Alex Auld, you might actually be seeing him once in a while on the broadcasts, because, well, he still stays around the Canucks, and he still broadcasts for them, so that's pretty good. Going over to special teams, we got ourselves Naslund, Bertuzzi, Ohlund, Jovo, and Morrison. I actually kind of want to switch things up a little bit, because I don't like having all these left-handed shots on the left side, but at the same time, you know, it works a little bit. Maybe if we move Salo up here, move Ohlund down, you know what? Yeah, okay, so Ohlund didn't necessarily have the most points in the regular season. I'll move him down over here. Sopel, he's an 89 offensive awareness, and his shot is a 5. So Salo, his shot is also a 5, 88 offensive awareness. You know what? Who had more points in the regular season? Sopel did. I'll leave Sopel up here. Bertuzzi, Morrison, Naslund, that can stay. Linden, Henrik, Daniel, Ohlund, Sammy Salo. Okay, that's fair, that's fair. And then Matt Cook and Trevor Linden for our penalty killing. That looks good. This is what we're going to be rolling with in the regular season in our 2002-2003 Vancouver Canucks simulation. Let's go over to the end of the year and we'll simulate all the way up to there. Let's go to April, I think? Yeah, April, alright. Let's simulate all the way. Well, guys, we actually outdone ourselves on this one. The 2002-2003 Vancouver Canucks in real life got themselves 104 points with 45 wins. This time we got ourselves 52 points. That's good for a total of 104 points in terms of wins, plus 6 points for pity points. We got ourselves 110 points. That is a 6-point improvement over the real life 2002. What the heck? What? Yo, are you serious? This Canucks team! Naslund and Bertuzzi could not get things done the way we thought they would. What the hell? Brendan Morrison led the team, 63 points. Please don't tell me this was another one of those years where nobody got 82 points. Of course, Kucherov and Stamkos get 100, Scheifele 92, Carlson 90, and just, wow. There isn't a Canuck in sight. All of these players got more points than the West Coast Express? Jeez. I don't like this game. This game hasn't been good to us in terms of simulations. I mean, we've won a whole bunch of games, yeah, but like, the goal scoring, it hasn't been distributed the way that we thought things would be. Naslund, Morrison, and Bertuzzi, they're number 1, 2, and 3 in our season in terms of points. That's expected. But my god. Brendan Morrison in real life. How many points did Brendan Morrison in real life got? He got 71. This simulation got 63. Bertuzzi had 97 in real life. He's got 62 in this one. That's like 20 goals removed. What the heck? Markus Naslund finished off with 48 goals in real life. He's got 22 in this one. 104 points in real life, 60! What in the world is this? Linden, okay, that's an improvement. 41 points in real life for Linden, 51 here. Ohlund got 50 points, okay, that's an 82 game pace, nice. Henrik Sedin got a little bit more, he got 6 more than he got in real life. Letowski, definitely, way more for him, because he was playing on that second line. Jovanovski, 41, that is a decrease as well. He had 46 in real life. Matt Cook down here, 39 points, that's the closest one we've gotten so far, because he got 42 in real life. Daniel Sedin, this one's the closest. 31 real life points for Daniel Sedin, 32 in the game. Sammy Salo, 30 and 30, real life and in the game, so that's realistic. Trent Klatt got 29 points in real life, 28 in the game, so that's good. Sopel, 37 in real life, wow, so this is kind of a drop-off. And I'm just really shocked. Why are the goals distributed? Naslund and Bertuzzi combined for 45 goals? Both of these players got more than that in real life, individually. Naslund and Bertuzzi in the game, 45 goals combined. Naslund in real life, 48 goals. Bertuzzi in real life, 46 goals. I don't like it. I don't like it. Our point leader was with 63 points. Going to the overall goals for, let's see what this looks like. Okay, yeah, so we're second in the league, which is not bad. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad. But it's just the goals. I'm surprised. We're down here in terms of goals for, and our goal distribution is not anywhere near as close as we thought it would be. Okay, we're first in goals against too, so that's good. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Let's just go ahead, simulate through the playoffs, see how this team is able to do, because in real life this team lost to the Minnesota Wild, I believe, and it wasn't a good loss, because we lost 3 straight to the Minnesota Wild to lose in Game 7. We had a 3-1 lead in that series. And a lot of people nowadays will say, if we just had better goaltending, this team could have won a cup. Which, you know, that's why I have Dan Cloutier as an 86, despite NHL 03 having him as a 90. So I had a little bit of feedback from the other videos, talking about how I should just quick sim every game, because if I slow sim these games, we're just gonna lose like we did in the previous videos. So let's just simulate the whole thing. The whole thing. Overtime loss, no. Win, okay. Win. Win. Loss, okay. We need a win in 2 games. Please, a win in 2 games. Alright, is this game gonna be a win? If it's a win, then we're in. It's a loss, okay. 2002-2003 Vancouver Canucks have themselves hemmed in into a Game 7 against the Arizona Coyotes. This one, we were up 3-1 in this one too. If we lose in this Game 7, it's gonna be another 3 straight loss for us in Game 7. Oh my goodness, please. It's 0-0, please. Oh my goodness. History repeats itself once again. The Vancouver Canucks blow a 3-1 series lead. What the heck is with this game? Dude, first it's the simulation. Brendan Morrison is our team leader with 63 points. West Coast Express can't get more than 45 goals from their 2 best players. What the heck? What the heck? If Arizona wins the cup, I swear to goodness. Oh my gosh, Utica's doing well at least, though. Look at that, 11 straight for Utica. It's because they got Brock Besser and Bo Horvat on their team, that's why. But, wow, just, what the heck is wrong with this game? Like, I'm surprised. This game is not on our side, folks. It's really not. If Arizona wins the cup, please, Winnipeg. Okay, so Winnipeg wins the cup. Jeez, okay. Let's go to our playoff stats. Just take a look, see how things were there. Brendan Morrison leads the team again, 5 points in 7 games played, my goodness. Doesn't seem like the West Coast Express really had their mojo in this video game. Despite me giving them 93, 93, and 88 overall ratings. My goodness, Naslund with 4 points in 7 games. Where's Bertuzzi? 3 points. Man, the Vancouver Canucks, they just can't catch a break here in NHL 18. No matter what I do, if it's a 2011 team, we just lose. If it's the 1994 team, we just lose. In the finals against Pittsburgh. If it's a 2002-2003 team, we had no guys over 63 points. What the heck? This simulation is not good to us Vancouver fans. I don't like it, and it doesn't feel good. Boy, this was another failure. I just need to stop making these videos. They always end poorly. Hope you guys enjoyed this video tutorial plus. Thanks for downloading your social, not stressing and gaming, and Bye.